Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're wondering why I'm acting differently, I don't know, something about my look, makes me want to be proper. Okay, I don't know, I feel like I look like one rich auntie, so I feel like I should be acting like a rich auntie. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel and you're not subscribed, you're missing out on a lot though. You're missing out on a lot. Anyway, in today's video, I am going to be giving you guys some newborn tips and tricks. So if you have a newborn, if you're planning to have a newborn, if your neighbor has a newborn, if you know someone that has a newborn, please watch this video and share to them as well, okay? Yes. So let's just dive right into it, okay? Okay, so when it comes for caring for a newborn, yes, as a new mom, especially if you're a first-time mom, some things come easy, while some other things you're going to be wondering what's going on here. And I feel bad for a lot of new moms because I know what I went through as a new mom. So when I see someone who is a first-time mom, I'm just like, oh, she's really going through it, or she must be really going through it at this time. Yeah, a lot of things, take you unawares. There's so many things that I know now that if I had known, KORA would have been a less cranky baby. She wasn't even really a cranky baby. But if I had known some of the things I know now, KORA would have been, my newborn, my first time mom experience would have been way different. So yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of those things that I've learned over time. This is my third baby and they are really working so well for my third baby this time. And yeah, so even if you're not a new mom, there might be things that I'll mention in today's video that you don't know about, or even if you know, fine. And also, whether new mom or old mom, or you're not a first time mom or you're a first time mom, please drop in the comment section your own newborn tips and tricks, things that work for you and your newborn, things that made your life easier, things that made your newborn more comfortable. Just any tip, anything that you think will help a mother out there, please drop it in the comment section. I would really love to read your contributions, okay? Yes, so the first thing that I would say is my number one tip for a newborn is this. Newborns, babies, usually cry for a reason, but not all the time, okay? But they most likely cry for a reason. So if you see a baby crying, there are things that I typically check for before I now say, okay, this baby, is it that you're just crying for the sake of crying, or there's something else that's really wrong with you, okay? Now, those things that I check for is number one, diaper. If your baby is crying, check their diaper. Most times, babies cry when their diapers are wet, especially when they poo. When they pee, it might not be that bad, but once they poo like this, they will wake you up, okay? They are going to scream the house down. So once your baby starts crying, the first thing you should rush and just check immediately is their diaper, okay? Then the second thing is to check if they are hungry. So the moment my baby cries, for me, I just start breastfeeding them immediately. Immediately they wake up from sleep, I rather breastfeed them immediately they wake up from sleep than do it after, because after they are now cranky, they are now tired, and they don't even suck as much. So they'll just suck more or drink more small and they'll sleep off. But if you feed your baby immediately they wake up, where they are still refreshed and they have a lot of energy, they will eat enough, okay? So if you've checked the diaper is not wet, you've given them food, they've eaten, check if they are hot or cold. Sometimes babies cry because they are cold, either their hands are cold or their feet are cold. Yeah, but in Nigeria, I'm sure that's not the case for most of us. In Nigeria, the case is usually the opposite. Most of our babies cry because they are hot, okay? Remove one item of clothing. When your mother finishes dressing your baby up, remove one thing. You know how our mothers like to cover. My mom doesn't even do it, which is funny. But you know how the typical Nigerian moms like to cover. They'll wear cap, wear this one, wear that one. When your mom finishes dressing your baby up, at least remove one thing, okay? But yeah, generally speaking, most times babies cry when they are hot, they are uncomfortable, they are sweaty, the environment is not conducive for them. We always look at children and think that they are tiny little babies, so they can't experience some of these heat or whatever that we experience. They do experience it and they do act up when they experience it. So please check if your baby is hot. So if you've checked your baby is hot, your baby is well fed, and your baby is dry, then maybe they are sleepy. Some babies find it hard to fall. What am I saying? Some babies. A lot of babies don't just close their eyes and sleep. They must cry. And I'll be wondering, why are you crying? You want to sleep? Close your eyes and sleep now. Close your eyes and sleep. I'm sure if you're a mom, you can relate. And then just close your eyes and sleep. Why are you crying? Because you want to sleep, okay? Yeah, so they want to sleep. So most times they need either you to rock them to sleep, or to give them pacifier, or to stand up and rock them. That's what I refuse to do. I said, me, stand up. I'm not standing up with you. I'm not standing up with you. The best thing I can do for you is sit on my rocking chair and rock you till you sleep, okay? But sometimes I do stand up with them, shall let me not even lie. I stand up with them and just walk around the house maybe once or twice. By the time I even come back to my room, the child's already sleeping. So yeah, try and put your babies to sleep. So that's number one thing. So if you've done all this and the baby is still crying, then maybe there's something else wrong with the baby, or the baby is just crying because babies, that's the only way they know how to talk. You are gisting with your friend and your mother and your husband. You are gisting, you are talking, you are laughing. The baby doesn't know how to gist. So is that cry that is their own communication. So just know that sometimes just let your baby down for a while and allow them cry. There are times that my baby is crying and I'm just fed up. I'm just like, you know what? Let me just put this baby down, safe. I'll just put her down, you know, make sure everywhere is cool. Just put her down on her bed. And next thing, she's looking at her hand and she's smiling, or she's just quiet. And I'm just like, so you were looking for who to play with since and you've been crying, you know? So yeah, that's it for babies crying. Most times there's really nothing wrong with your baby. It's one of these things, and I'm just trying to tell you that one of these things is wrong, okay? But if after that the baby keeps crying, then it might be gas, it might be colic, and that brings me to my second point. Always bop your babies repeatedly, not just once. You know, most times when you just carry the baby up and you bop them, and they bop as in let out a, you know, bop once, we're just like, the baby is fine, you now lay the baby down. No, you're supposed to continue repeatedly, you know, bopping them. So what I do most times is when I finish breastfeeding my child, I bop her very well. If she's still, sometimes when you're holding them to sit and bop them, they will be uncomfortable. So I put her on my, you know, shoulder and continue rubbing her back, or I leave her in an upright position. Sometimes she will bop again. Sometimes she might not bop again, but yeah, she will be more comfortable when she stays upright. I mean, you can't imagine if you just finish drinking. I know babies eat a lot. So imagine if you just finish drinking one big bowl of water and then you're lying down. You're going to feel uncomfortable. It's better for you to sit up and allow, you know, things settle before you now lie down back. So try and bop your baby repeatedly. Yeah, but a lot of babies have colic, which might require some extra things for you to do for them to sleep. And one of the signs that your baby might have colic is that they cry repeatedly for over 3 hours, okay? For at least 3 hours they will be crying repeatedly. You have tried this, you have tried that, they are still crying. Just know that my baby might have colic, so you might have to get you know, gas drops or medication for your baby, get anti-colic bottles, try and bop your baby very well after they feed, because these babies cannot really let out gas on their own. You have to try and bop them very well while they sleep. Try and put them in positions that will make them bop. One position I always do for my babies is the bicycle position. So I lay them on their back and I start moving their legs like they're riding a bicycle. Yeah, sometimes they start farting, sometimes they bop, sometimes they even spit up, you know, or whatever. But just do it. It helps to relieve. You can put your baby on your hand and hold your baby like a basketball like this, with their tummy on your hand, or you put them on your lap, tummy facing down on your lap. There are several ways you can, you know, relieve a baby from that gasping. And it's that gasping that many people say, oh, the baby is having tummy ache, the baby is having this. It is that gasping. So put the baby on your lap and keep rubbing their back. Some babies don't like that position. My baby does not like that position. Put her on your lap. After a while, she's like I'll now have to carry her up, okay? So, but just try everything you can to make sure you bop your baby. Whether they have colic or not, try and bop them repeatedly. They will sleep better, they will spit up less, and they'll be, you know, less cranky. So yeah, the next tip is that babies need a certain number of calories in a day, okay? In 24 hours, there's a certain number of calories that babies need, okay? Yes, now that being said, if you position the time they get those calories right, it will help your baby sleep better at night. Okay, let me explain. Now, if you try and give your baby as many calories as they can tolerate during the day, they eat less at night, they sleep better at night because they filled up on so many calories during the day. Does that make sense? But if your baby is always sleeping during the day and you allow the baby sleep, oh, let her sleep, she's sleeping, let her sleep. You allow her sleep during the day very well. After she has now finished enjoying herself throughout the day, slept very well, okay, you have made her comfortable, then at night she will not be shining eyes staring at you. You know how babies can be staring at you, like your baby will not move. The baby will be staring at you at night like this, or they start crying, they start getting cranky in the middle of the night, and that's because they have slept so much and they haven't eaten enough. So at night when they want to start filling up on the calories they need. So what I try to do is I try to feed my babies as much as possible during the day, and that is why I feed them immediately they wake up. Okay, when they have much energy and they can suck with so much energy, you know, I feed them immediately. They suck until they are satisfied and very full, and then they sleep off afterwards. Okay, don't try to keep your baby awake or try to change your baby or try to pacify your baby when they are hungry, you know. No, you're just going to make the baby tired and then suck less and sleep and still wake up again and disturb you. So what's the point, you know? So yeah, try and give them as much calories during the day as possible. Every 1 hour 30 minutes or 2 hours, try and feed your baby. That's if they want to. Okay, ways to encourage your baby to stay awake and feed is by mid feed, like when you're feeding your baby, if they are sleeping off, change their diaper. Okay, remove their clothes or something. Just do something that will, you know, jostle them, or you know, that will move them or shock them, or that will wake them. By shock I mean good shock, in sense that, you know, when you move someone's diaper, the cold air might touch the bum, the baby will wake up, you know, things like that. Do things like that will shock your baby, you know, or keep your baby awake for a little longer so that they can eat more. Okay, and keep offering. Like what me I always do is, especially if you are breastfeeding, try and empty one breast first. Don't feed your child from here small, then turn here and feed small. Because what you are doing is that, you know, the breast milk, how breast milk comes out is, the first set that comes out is usually more liquidy, more watery than the you know, second set. Okay, so that part that is very watery, if you give baby just the part that is watery from here and the part that is watery from here, they did not get enough calories, enough fat that will, you know, sustain them throughout the night. So yeah, try and empty one breast, feed the child from one until nothing is coming out again before you move to the second one. Okay, yes. So these are things that you should know, especially if you are breastfeeding, because the milk that comes in later on is very thick and very fatty. If you are even pumping yourself, you can tell it's very fatty, so they really need to get to that milk. So try and empty one breast completely. If the other breast is paining you, then maybe you should pump it out. Okay, before the next feed, they'll fill up back again. Anyway, yeah, so try and give, if it's formula you are feeding your child, try and make sure they finish, you know, the quantity they should finish during the day. You know, like if you're giving them 3 ounces, if they normally eat 3 ounces and you make 3 ounces and they eat only one ounce and they're sleeping off, try and wake the baby up so they can finish, you know, the whole 3 ounces. Okay, and yeah, what even goes hand in hand with this feeding thing is my next point, which is creating a schedule or a routine for your baby. Okay, create a schedule and a routine for your baby and try to stick to it. Okay, so the schedule I currently use, I just googled Baby Wise. It's a book that a friend of mine read, and her baby started sleeping all through the night, but I've not yet read that book. Yes, I'm too lazy to read the book. So I know the general concepts behind the Baby Wise, you know, method, which is basically what I just said about giving the child as much food during the day that they need. Okay, and also keeping them awake for not too long but long enough during the day. Keeping them awake, not for too long but long enough. Now if you keep a baby awake for too long during the day, the baby is not going to sleep well at night, which is quite funny, because you think that during the day, if I keep my baby awake throughout the day, at night the baby will not sleep peacefully. No, a cranky baby, you know, continues to be cranky. Okay, a cranky baby will not sleep. A cranky baby will just be crying and vibrating instead of them to sleep off. Okay, but a well slept or a happy baby who has slept very well is more likely going to fall asleep easily at night. Okay, so that's one concept. And then the second one is giving them as many calories during the day. So because I know these two things and I'm too lazy to read the book, I just went and googled Baby Wise schedule for a newborn. I googled for 2 weeks or so, and then 1 month, because it's almost getting to 1 month. I googled for 1 month. I just kept it as, yeah, it's even my, I don't know if you guys can see, you guys should not laugh at my let me see. I think it's flipped too. I don't know if you guys can see, but that's nap. So you see 10:30 nap, 12 o'clock wake up, eat, play, then 1 o'clock nap. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, but that is how, you know, a typical Baby Wise schedule is. I think I just googled it and saw it and took it because I was too lazy to do my own research. But anyway, so because of that, what I do is, if my baby wakes up, for instance, because my baby wakes up at 7 a.m. every day, and this one starts from 7 a.m. That's why I chose this one. So 7 a.m. says wake up, eat, and play. Okay, now, so once my baby wakes up and they finish eating, I change her diaper, and then I try to either play with her, talk to her. Sometimes she will just be looking at me and sleep off from there, but at least I tried. Okay, so then put her down for a nap by 8 a.m. Then by 9:30 a.m. again, wake up, eat, play. Sometimes your baby might follow this without you even doing much. Sometimes you might need to guide them by, you know, if I want to wake my baby up now, sometimes what I do is that I lie down beside her, I start rubbing her body or holding her shoulder, touching her face, just be doing her something, just something. Before you know what's happening, she will wake up. If she's really in a deep sleep, trust me, and nothing you do will wake the baby up. So it's not, you're not doing anything bad to the baby, as long as you're not going to shake your baby or raise your baby up or something. If you're just playing with the baby and the baby is still sleeping, just know that they're not about to wake up and you don't need to disrupt their sleep. Okay, but yeah, try and follow a routine and stick to it. Look for a routine that works for you, not someone's routine off the internet like I did. Yeah, this one works for me, that's why I took it. But basically, try and find the routine that works for you. And I don't just mean this kind of feeding and eating routine. I mean like your night routine, your morning routine, your feeding routine, stuff like that. Try and look at something that works for you and your baby. And once you find the one that works perfectly for you, you know, then stick to it, because babies, actually children generally like routine. As much as they are very cranky and, you know, all over the place, routine actually helps keep them grounded, helps them sleep better, helps them play better, helps them, you know, remain sane. Okay, yeah, so children, babies actually like routine. So any routine you find that works for you, just stick to it. You will see that your baby will be sleeping better, because you've developed a routine that is working and baby knows what to do or what to expect. Okay, that's basically the concept behind it. Now wow, the weather is getting really dark. Anyway, the next tip is using white noise. Okay, white noise basically is noise. Yeah, it's just noise. You know, when our olden days TV, when when you put on the TV and there's no station there, that sounds, that is white noise basically. Yeah, just, you know, white noise, there's a white noise machine that you can buy, but for me there's no point. Okay, I just Google, I go on YouTube and I just write white noise for babies to sleep, and you see plenty videos, orishi 10 hours of videos, 6 hours of videos. So you just, you know, put it on for as long as you want. Then you can also just put on a fan in your room. Don't direct the fan at your baby. You can listen now. For instance, this is my room now, the AC is on. So what I can do is put on this fan. What I actually do in the night is I put on this fan and face it to the door, not to us. I just face it to the door. That noise of the fan, you know, that humming or droning noise of the fan, that noise, that of the fan, can actually make your baby sleep better. Yes, it might sound weird, but yes. Another thing I noticed is that even when it doesn't help her sleep, it helps her remain calm, which is quite surprising. Sometimes I'm trying to make her sleep, she doesn't want to sleep, and I put on that noise. She'll just be awake, she'll be looking at me, she'll be playing, she'll be looking at her hand, playing with her hand, but she's not crying, she's not cranky, which is sometimes not the norm. Sometimes the norm is that if she's not sleeping, she's crying, you know. But once I put on that noise, she will just be awake and she will not be crying. So these are things that can help your newborn sleep better and can even help them be less cranky. Okay, so the next one is to prevent diaper rash. Okay, because diaper bruises can be one of the reasons why your baby will be crying uncontrollably and you will not understand. Especially immediately after they pee or they poop, they start crying. That can be one of the reasons why your baby is always crying. Okay, diaper rash is not fun for both baby and mama. It can be annoying when you see rashes all over your baby's bum. Okay, so what I do is I use two things basically. One is preventive and one is curative. Yeah, the other one shall cures. So for preventive, I use the A&D diaper bomb cream or something. Like if I see it, I'll put it on the screen. I use that A&D cream. Now that cream, the wrote on the body is called it's written prevents there. It's very oily, almost like Vaseline but softer. So that one is just to prevent them from getting the rash. Use it every single day. Yeah, the moment you change them, you just, you know, the moment you bath your baby, just use the diaper cream, or when you change them and wipe their bum, use the diaper cream. Okay, then the second one I use is pseudo cream. So pseudo cream, I use it both for preventive and for, you know, curing any rash that they already have. Okay, so like my baby now, notice that around her bum area, because of the repeated wiping, because she pulls a lot, because of that repeated wiping, she started having some red rashes there. So that part where she has the red rashes, I put the pseudo cream. Then every other part of her bum, you know, including up in front of her, wherever diaper touches, I use the A&D cream. So always try and prevent diaper rash as much as possible. After you wipe your baby, don't wear that diaper immediately. Just allow the bum breathe. Okay, sometimes I just leave my baby's bum open. I take another diaper and just be fanning the bum and you just see them smiling, you know. Leave the bum area open, you know, for a while before you wear them the diaper. If it's a boy, that might be a bit dicey. Just be careful. If I leave it open, he might pee in your face. Okay, but just put another diaper under them, but don't you know, close the diaper for a while. Leave the bum open, let breeze, let air touch the place, and then you rub the diaper cream and then you cover it back. Okay, another thing I do is when I see that wiping is getting too much, I start washing their bum. Yes, carry her, put her in the bathtub. After she pees or poos, just carry water, wash the bum, then dry it and put the diaper rash cream as well. So it helps to reduce that friction from always wiping that causes them to have irritation in that area. Okay, yeah, my next point also relates to, you know, diapers and all that. When you want to change your baby's diaper, always put the new one under the old one. Then the moment you remove the old one, let the bump be on the new one, because I have had to clean my baby's changing mat, change her clothes, just because I did not, you know, put the new one quickly enough, or she just had an explosion mid change or something. Okay, so to prevent, and can be annoying, especially if you are tired. Like imagine in the middle of the night you are waking up, you are drowsy, you are tired, you want to just change your baby. Next thing, the baby has put all over their body or has peed all over the body, and you cannot leave your child like that. You have to stand up and clean them up or wash them up, and it can be annoying. So diaper change should be go, just put the new one, do this one, put that one. Yeah, it's something you have to have ninja skills for it. Just do it quickly, except it's when you want them to just, you know, relax and you want air to get there, except it's that time. But if it's that it's at night, or you're not just in the mood, or you don't just have the time for that, it is go. Don't remove the first diaper and then be saying, oh, cute little baby. You know, sometimes you change your baby's diaper, she starts smiling, you not get carried away. Oh my god, you're so cute. The next thing you hear is and you will have to start from beginning and be washing pikin, you know. So don't get carried away by their cute little faces. Do what you have to do quickly, then smile after. Okay, so yeah, another tip that helps me is that I have a diaper changing station in every room where the baby typically stays. Okay, I have one in her room, which is the nursery. I have a diaper changing station there. That's the main diaper changing station. But I have a changing station here in my room. Not well, when I say changing station, it might sound elaborate. It's just a basket that has her diapers, wipes, bonbon cream, what they call it, diaper rash cream, what they call it, these small rags for cleaning their face when they burp, those small rags. What else is there? Some snacks. I have my nipple cream there. You know, I have those things in different, but I tweaked each one to suit each room. And also in their diaper bag, always keep diapers and wipes there, whether you are going out or not. Keep it there permanently. Also in your car, keep diapers and wipes permanently in your car. So I hope I was able to help in this video. So yeah, let me know if you found any tip helpful. If not, yeah, it's fine. Drop your own tips in the comment section. I really love to know. Please, you guys, I'm still a new mom. I'm not the first time mom, but I'm still a new mom. So I'll be looking forward to your tips in the comment section, so that I'm not the one that I'll add to what I already know. Okay, I'm used to help my child and help myself. Okay, so yeah, that brings me to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.